Hello guys and welcome back to KARENHUB, the home of the best Karen freakout videos on the internet. In today's video we have some more insane freakouts for y'all that you're not going to want to miss out on. But before we jump straight into today's episode, make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm just recording for my own safety.
I could write you a ticket.
I understand
you want to play
that.
games and record me if you want.
Oh, I'm not playing games. I'm allowed to do this.
In our first clip today, we have another Kevin cop officer, and the man recording is questioned on why is he recording. It also seems that he has a sticker supporting law enforcement on the back of his car, but still, this Kevin cop officer obviously has some attitude. It's a rather short clip, but you can still see just how frustrated this Kevin cop officer is, especially when he comes back to give the license back to the man recording. Let's take a look at the clip.
Just for my safety, that's all.
For your safety?
Yes.
So who's the law enforcement sticker for?
Huh?
The law enforcement sticker on the back? The blue line flag?
Yeah. I support law enforcement.
Oh, okay. But you're afraid of me?
No, I'm not afraid of you. I'm just recording for my own safety.
I could write you a ticket.
I understand
you want to play
that.
games and record me if you want.
Oh, I'm not playing games. I'm allowed to do this.
Okay. Hang tight for me.
Alright, sounds good. Are you, like, serious, dude?
Alright, Ethan.
Yes.
This is a written warning, okay?
Alright.
For going 50 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone.
Understood.
Okay? Here's your registration.
Thank you.
Here's your license.
Thank you.
If I catch you in the town again driving that fast, okay, I'm going to charge you a reckless operation.
Sounds
You
good.
understand?
Yep.
I suggest you take the blue line sticker off the back of your car.
Alright.
Have a great
Is
night.
your name and badge number on here? Hold on, wait, I'm not done.
So as you guys see, Kevin cop officer doesn't like being recorded. That's the biggest thing here. And in my opinion, it was okay. You know, the man recording wanted to make sure that he was safe. Even if he supports law enforcement, it doesn't mean he doesn't have to record. The Kevin cop officer says, "Are you afraid of me?" Well, no, it's not so much about being afraid, it's just being safe and having that evidence there just in case you need to defend yourself. So even if you support law enforcement, this is a great call from the recording man.
I need to what? Excuse me. I don't want to push you.
You push me.
I don't want to push you. Please do. Please do.
You have reached the out-of-hours.
Our next clip's kind of a doozy here. We've got a Karen blocking what seems to be a contractor in the building from entering the lift, and she kind of traps him there and goes back and forth with the contractor, and eventually she calls the cops while being in the lift and claiming that the man is trapping her in the lift, although it's the Karen sitting in front of the buttons and not letting the man leave. So very interesting, but let's have a closer look and take a look at the clip first.
Let's go show Mawson's.
Cool.
In fact, let me try and ring Mawson's again now.
They're closed, by the way.
There's an
But
emergency number.
yeah. Do you live alone?
No.
Let me ask you something.
I do live alone, and don't you go in my flat. Get away from my flat.
But not covered by the emergency services.
How dare you do that?
Please hold, and you will be diverted to our out-of-hours.
Excuse me, lady. I need to what? Excuse me. I don't want to push you.
You push me.
I
then
don't
I'm
want to
gonna ring the
push you.
police.
Please
Yes.
do. Please do.
You have reached the out-of-hours service for Mortons. Please hold to be connected.
Please, now.
Please do it. Please do it. Can you excuse me? I need to use the lift.
It's very important to us.
Help! Help! Help!
Could you please?
I need to get the police.
Please do it.
We are experiencing high call volumes, which has resulted in a delay in answering.
Can you please let me use the lift?
One of our agents will be with you shortly. And we will be with you as soon as possible.
Lady,
Emergency number.
it's 999. Do you want me to call?
Yes. Angela, with you. Please, emergency. There's a man here who is attacking me. He's recorded some of this. He's got me trapped in the lift.
What's your emergency?
My emergency is I'm trapped in a lift with a man who won't let me get out, who is a contractor here. And can someone please come?
Where are you?
I'm at flat 15. Well, I'm not. I'm stuck in the lift at
Yeah, but whereabouts?
the Regency.
SW1 Team Tango.
SW1P for Peter. He's pushed the door into my flat open.
Right, what's the full
Hello, how's it going?
SW1P?
I'm a contractor.
4HD. This guy just attacked me in the lift.
No, I got everything recorded. These ladies used to be out of her mind.
P4HD.
She's blocking the lift.
What's the last letter?
I asked her to.
D.
I could use the lift.
H for
I'm doing
hotel,
flat on
D
flat
for
6.
Delta.
And she's just there. So I've got everything recorded.
Yes.
She's calling the police. There's nothing to worry. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
There are
to disturb you.
contractors. They're refusing to cover the main
Sorry,
carpet
sir,
in the
about
lift.
It's just a bit of
So I
nonsense.
said, you have to cover the carpets before you bring rubble out in the main door. And since then, he's pushed into my flat. I've got a photograph of it. He's attacked me in the lift.
When you say attacked you, what did he do?
He pushed me, so my head went back and hit the wall.
Do you need an ambulance?
I don't need an ambulance, no. Thank you.
And is there only one set of lifts in this?
There's only one lift.
And how did he get into your property? Explain that part to me.
He just pushed the door. I was in the lift and he said, is there anyone at home? And I said no. And then he pushed the door to my flat open.
And were you inside at the time?
No, I wasn't. I was in the lift.
Was your door not locked?
So as you guys saw, this Karen is a little bit off the wall here. She was claiming that the man had pushed her and her head even bashed into the wall in the back, and that he entered or trespassed into her apartment, and you could see from the video that none of that really happened. I mean, obviously the guy was a little bit frustrated with the Karen because she was blocking the buttons in the lift, and he probably just wanted to leave, and she claims that she is the one in trouble here. So, don't know how this all played out, but hopefully the contractor was able to leave from the clutches of this Karen. In our next
Well, I don't know who gave it to me, but you know that, right? That's disgusting.
You know, these guys have a hard job. I mean, you
I
think,
know that. I know that.
like, it's just some sauce, man. They work.
In our next clip, we find ourselves in one of the Karen's favorite places to freak out in, and that's a fast food restaurant. But what is this Karen freaking out about? It's about the sauce. Yes, that's right, the sauce. And she goes on and off about this worker here, and she's unhappy. Now, more of this clip, as we're going to take a look here in a second, is the man recording on how he feels about Karens and how he feels about the situation of the world right now, and that it's all crazy, right? And 2023 needs to be better. Let's take a look.
It's like horrible. So you should tell me, hey, sorry, I didn't give it to you. Well, I don't know who gave it to me, but you know that, right? That's disgusting.
You know, these guys have a hard job. I mean, you
I
think,
know that. I know that.
like, it's just some sauce, man. They work a lot.
No, hey. let me
No,
tell
it's just a little bit of sauce.
I work really hard.
I work too.
I work at McDonald's.
But I don't need to hear you yelling at this man for just doing his job. Yeah, but no. You need to show people respect. This is America. Show them respect. No, she's yelling at this man over sauce. You guys, be nice when you come out here. Stop belittling these people. They're under enough stress. The corporation's making all the money and letting these people have to deal with the front lines. This is horrible. This is not America. This is not how we treat our fellow brother and man. People spun out. We just act like it's normal. This is not normal. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And this is what we're breeding. People that just don't care. They just want to get their food, get their live, buy, consume, die. But no, 2023, we don't bend the knee. We take back our cities and we start spreading love over some sauce. Some sauce. I'll give you some special sauce. You want some special sauce? Anyway, wow.
So after looking at the clip, I wholeheartedly agree with the man recording here. I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous on what people seem to go off on the walls about these days, right? Again, this is the sauce. This is all a freak out about sauce here. And It could easily be handled if you just treat a person with respect. I like the saying as well. A lot of people are out there just to live, consume, and die. And we got to get away from that. Wholeheartedly agree. Goodbye, Karen.
I don't know what world y'all think y'all live in when y'all can talk to people like that. That's not how it works. It's respect. No, you weren't, because I was sitting there watching you disrespect my navigator.
Did I say only Karens like to freak out in restaurants? Well, happens to be Kevin's favorite place as well. This time we find ourselves in a Wingstop in Jacksonville, Florida, and this Kevin seems to be unhappy with his order. Maybe he's just waiting for a refund here, but the manager, what seems to be the manager, is not having it. He's not happy with the way that Kevin is treating his workers, and so they're fighting about what seems to be a $2 tip as well, because Kevin was like, I gave you guys a $2 tip. Well, have it back. Actually, just take a look at the clip, guys.
Obviously, it ain't yours either. Obviously, I'm trying to help you get your money, so watch who you're talking to. I don't know what world y'all think y'all live in when y'all can talk to people like that. That's not how it works. It's respect. No, you weren't, because I was sitting there watching you disrespect my navigator. Don't do that, man.
Whoever they are.
Because at the end of the day, we didn't disrespect you, so don't do that.
I gave her $2 tip, dude.
$2! Oh my God!
I don't
Bro, please give him his money. Get out of my store.
Okay, the quicker you do that, the faster I'll shut Give me my money.
That's what you're about to do. Please shut up. Please, be quiet.
Faster
It's
that
not like
happens.
you made an order and you act like a little child. Be quiet. Thank you.
I'm never coming.
I'm actually finding it kind of funny that the Kevin was like, I gave you guys a $2 tip. I mean, like that really helps these days, especially with inflation, right? I mean, it's $2. And yeah, I agree with the manager here. Get this Kevin out of here. If he was talking to the workers rudely, it's up to the manager to defend his workers and not really have to deal with this, right? You do reserve the right to refuse service in these situations. So it's better that they get this Kevin out of here.
You cannot film in here.
I can totally film in here. There's a government building.
So we have the code.
Yeah, what's the code?
Can we go out?
In our last clip for the day, we've got two Kevins, make it three maybe, that are just not having it with the guy recording in this courthouse. Now, it is a public government building, so he is allowed to be here and exercise his right of press and record as long as he's not in a courtroom or anywhere that he's not supposed to be. Let's have a look at the clip so you guys can decide if he's in the right or the wrong.
What?
We're gonna ask you to leave.
Why?
You cannot film in here.
I can totally film in here. There's a government building.
So we have the code.
Yeah, what's the code?
Can we go out?
This is a public building. I'm allowed to record in here.
Actually not, there's that rule of court that doesn't allow you to record.
No, you're wrong. You're absolutely, I just went in the courthouse too. I filmed all around the courthouse.
You're not allowed to do that.
No, they let me in. The sheriff let me in. So
There's a rule of court, so it says that you can't do that.
Penal Code 632. So if we're admonishing you, otherwise we're going to go ahead and cite you up. Okay?
Out of a public building.
So there's information on our website that tells you that you have to get an order from the judge in order to film in the courthouse. You can go to the website and look at it.
Got it. So, sir, this would be the penal code, right? So you can have that for your reference as well.
Privacy, PC 632?
Yes.
Okay, I'll hang on to that.
Perfect. Do you have any lawful business here?
Yeah.
What is it?
Gathering information.
Okay, for?
It's none of your business.
It's none of my business? Why?
Yeah.
Because privacy?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Okay. All right, so you got to stop recording people here.
Nope.
Okay? What do you mean?
No, I'm not going to stop recording people here. Okay. Because it's my right, First Amendment.
The First Amendment does not protect your recording.
Yes, it does. Freedom of press.
Let me bring you up the rule of court.
You can go ahead and
do that. I'll give you that.
This is not a courtroom. I understand I'm not allowed to film in a courtroom. I understand that. This is not a courtroom. This is a public building.
This is part of the courthouse.
I don't care.
Well, it doesn't matter if you don't care.
What are you going to do? Go ahead. You know what? I'll throw a lawsuit at you guys. Go for it. If you want to do something.
So what we're gonna do is, as long as you're not in disrupting business, you're completely fine.
Okay.
Cool. And then you got that paper for your reference as well?
632 privacy.
PC. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Perfect. All right. So
Cummings and what's your name?
Lopez.
Lopez. Okay. Just so you know, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but when my rights get violated or almost violated, I get offended. So this is a perfectly legal activity, what I'm doing.
Yep, and I agree.
Okay.
We confirmed with the sergeant, so you're all good. I'm just gonna check with him, okay?
Okay.
So as you guys saw, the Kevin officers, they had to give it up, right? I mean, even the sergeant told the Kevin officers that this man is not breaking any laws or he's not violating any rules. And even when he was defending himself against what seemed to be someone involved in the courthouse, he wasn't even right. So, of course, the man recording had to deal with pretty much 3 Kevins in this situation and came out on top. So, good.
For 15 years, and I've never, ever had such anxiety about waiting for McDonald's drive-thru food.
The woman we are about to meet in this video had a really rough day at work, and after many hours of doing her job to the best of her abilities, she decided to go get some breakfast at a fast food drive-thru. However, things did not go exactly the way she expected them to go, since her order ended up being delayed more and more. And as she tells the story, she can be clearly seen getting more and more emotional about everything.
Never actually done a live video before, but it's kind of the way things are going now. The interstate is stopped because of, I guess, a bad wreck, and so I decided to come to the McDonald's at Love's on the 4th Avenue exit, and I waited in line to get my food. I had already done my mobile order so that, you know, people don't pay for my stuff, because I just always like to pay for it myself. But I'm on my way home from work. When I pull up to the window, they hand me my receipt, so I go to the second window to get my food, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And so the girl comes to the window and asks me what my order was. I repeat my order and my coffee order, and they asked me to pull up because my food's not ready. It's an English muffin meal with a hash brown and coffee. And I mean, I hadn't eaten since, probably about, I've been up for a very long time, but I haven't eaten in a while, so I was kind of hungry. And I'm still waiting, and I'm still waiting. And they asked me to pull up. So I pull up forward, and a girl comes out with my coffee, and just the coffee, and she hands it to me, and I have my window down, and that's all she hands me is the coffee. So I told her, I said, don't bother with the food, because right now I'm too nervous to take it. It doesn't matter how many hours I've been up. It doesn't matter what I've done for anyone. Right now, I'm too nervous to take a meal from McDonald's because I can't see it being made. I don't know what's going on with people nowadays, but please, just give us a break. Please, just give us a break. I don't know how much more I can take. I've been in this for 15 years, and I've never, ever had such anxiety about waiting for McDonald's drive-thru food. So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you, because I don't hear thank you enough anymore. All I want is just my next couple days off to just be so chill. No uniform, no nothing. Just for a couple days. It'll get better, I know it will. This will all blow over, but hopefully it blows over sooner than later, because I just want some McDonald's. I love you all.
So yeah, this woman seems to have a lot going on at the moment, and reliving that objectively not so horrible experience ended up being sort of a catalyst to make all the bottled up feelings come flowing to the surface. And we can see her starting to cry and getting really dramatic about the whole thing. I mean, she probably has her reasons to feel this way, but maybe she could try to tone it down a little bit? It's literally just a fast food order that got delayed for a few minutes.
Thank you.
No. No? Well, you're being trespassed. I need you to leave.
Freedom of speech is a very funny thing, don't you think? Theoretically, you have the right to speak your mind, and yet, even if you're not being disrespectful, mean, vulgar, or cursing at anyone, somehow you can still almost be arrested by the police. This is exactly what happened to the man in this video, who was holding up a sign saying "God bless the homeless" in front of a store. And just like that, he got put in handcuffs very quickly. If you don't believe me, just see it for yourself.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm the director. We typically don't have paneling here.
I can't hear what you're saying.
We typically don't have paneling here. Our city police run a very, the handbill solicitation is very restrictive. I can call them out here to discuss it with you if you'd like me to. You cannot block the aisle. You cannot make direct contact with anybody, and that's just for like political. I don't believe, and that's handbills. I don't believe that. You know, I mean, you're free to stand with the sign anyway.
God bless homeless veterans.
But you may not interact with patrons.
Have a blessed day.
You too. All right. Why don't I just have them come out and explain it to you?
I can't talk to people?
No, you cannot. You cannot interact with them in any way. If they approach you, that you may, but the police have a very strict interpretation.
Hey, have a blessed day.
That is really not tolerated.
God bless the homeless veterans.
So, I'm sorry. That's just their rules. Okay?
I'm just going to have to respectfully disagree with you. I'm going to talk to people if I want to.
All right. I will let them come and explain.
Okay.
We have a different person with us today, so we'll assume you'd like to speak.
I'm good.
It's public comment time. You don't have a particular...
I'm fine.
Okay, well, we'll enjoy having you stay with us.
Thank you.
No. No? Well, you're being trespassed. I need you to leave.
Am I being trespassed?
Yes, sir.
Why?
They don't want you here. You were begging for money. I need your ID first.
I'm not giving any ID. Why am I being trespassed? Why?
Private entry, sir.
I don't have to give you ID on agent. You put this stuff on way too tight.
I gotta grab my other shit.
I'm not begging for money. I'm here to attend before a public meeting and say God bless the homeless veterans. You told me to leave, I was with you.
Alright.
I don't have to give you ID. No, sir, I do not. No, it is not. It's an unlawful command. There's case law, Florida State.
Alright.
Supreme Court case.
That's fine. Hey, mistakes happen. So you are not under arrest on this, but you are trespassed from this facility. If you want to attend any public forums, you are allowed to go to City Hall still and attend any public forums over there. It's just from the library you are trespassed. Alright, you're free to grab all your belongings.
As we can see in the video, the man was first approached by one of the higher-ups at the store. She tried to convince him to leave, and when he didn't, the police got involved in the situation, even if they had no legitimate reason to get involved, since no crimes were being committed. But still, they did get involved, and they did put him in handcuffs. Luckily though, it wasn't anything too serious, and he wasn't actually arrested.
You clearly are crazy because you're not letting me out.
You mustn't speak to me like that.
Just move
I'm
out.
sorry, would you
Okay,
apologise for
move out,
telling me I'm crazy and stand back?
Karens all over the world have all kinds of different styles when it comes to doing their thing. Some of them go out in the streets to harass people. Some of them call people on the phone and start freaking out on them. And others do something a little bit crazier, like the Karen we are about to see in this video. You see, this Karen has decided to bring a man into her apartment and then not let him out. That is literally what nightmares are made out of.
Who else is complaining?
Just let me out of your flat. I don't know what you're doing. This is absolutely ludicrous.
Yes, it is.
Look, I've just told you this radiator's not going to be working. I've got all of the other ones working.
All of the other ones?
In your flat, yeah. They are all working, are they not?
Yeah, what about the other flats?
Look, I do not want to be in your flat anymore. Please let me out. What are you doing?
I am just trying
Just
to
move
understand.
out my way. You're moving absolutely crazy. Just.
I am not crazy.
You clearly are crazy because you're not letting me out of the
You
flat.
mustn't speak to me like that.
Just move
I'm
out.
sorry, would you
Move
apologise for
out my way.
telling me I'm crazy and stand back?
Look, I'm in your flat. What are you doing? What's going on?
Stop shouting at me and bring him on the intercom and see what's going on, which is all I ask.
What am I meant to do?
You're upsetting me. You're really upsetting me.
I'm recording all of this, by the way, because this is absolutely crazy.
I'm glad.
Let me out of your flat.
When you've spoken on the
Oh,
intercom.
my days. Please, look, I'm leaving now. Look, what are you doing?
Oh dear, you're pushing an elderly lady around. How dare you? How dare you put your hands on me? Oh, dreadful, 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 dreadful. What a dreadful thing you're doing. Now, ask him on the intercom what is going on. Which is what I asked you in the first place.
I'm really confused what I need to do here, because...
Well, I'm not confused, I'm very clear. Just find out if there's anybody else who is still...
Right, where's the intercom then? Let's go. Go on.
Turn right.
Where?
Start right.
Go on then, set it up for me.
There it is.
Set it up for me. I don't know how to use that.
Set it up.
What do you mean? Set it up for me.
No, because then you're going to gallop past, aren't you?
You're moving nuts, bro. Crazy. Swear to God. Yeah, you heard me.
Now, this guy is doing his absolute best to not be disrespectful to this senior Karen, and at the same time, to get out of this terrifying situation. And honestly, you could even say that he was too patient with Karen. She just kept using her own body as a barrier between this man and the apartment door, saying that he should never push an elderly person. But hey, let's be real for a second, Karen. You are literally keeping this man hostage.
Playing the 20 questions game, so I'm not going to do that with you.
Okay. Do you have ID on you?
Yeah, but so what?
Okay. Would you mind if I got that?
Sure, I would.
What happens when a very stubborn person meets another stubborn person? Well, we might ponder this question for hours and hours on end, or we could simply take a look at this next video and find out immediately. You see, in the car there is a war veteran who is not too happy about being approached by a police officer. And outside of the veteran's car is a police officer who is only trying to ask the man a few questions. Both individuals will do their best to somehow win the interaction.
Something I can do for you?
Yeah, sir. Just wondering if everything's okay.
Everything's fine and dandy, sir. I thank you for checking on me.
Okay. Well, so here's the deal, okay? We just actually had a call in the area of a girl that was getting chased. Okay, and a car came and picked her up and drove her off. Okay, no one else in here with you?
Oh, no. Look,
okay.
Here.
Do you live up and around here, I take it?
Well, you know, I strenuously object to playing the 20 questions game, so I'm not going to do that with you.
Okay. Do you have ID on you?
Yeah, but so what?
Okay. Would you mind if I got that?
Sure, I would.
Okay. What about giving me your name?
My name is Jay.
Jay?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Jay. My name's Deputy Gertler. I'm with the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office.
Uh-huh.
What's your last name, Jay?
Well, you know what? I just told you I don't like asking questions.
Okay.
Why don't you get your light out of my camera there?
What light? What camera?
That camera right there. Get your light out of the camera so it can see who you are.
Is that better?
I hope so.
Okay. So, Jay, what's your last name? Like I said, you know, my whole reason for...
It's right here. Your whole reason for what? The girl that got picked up?
Is because we had a call around here of a young lady being chased. Doesn't that concern you a little bit?
Do you see a young lady?
I don't, but I also like to know people in the area.
Yeah?
Of where something might have been happening. Wouldn't you like that if that was your daughter or wife, someone was chasing you and there was a car sitting on the side of the road very close to where that was happening, darked out, facing the train tracks?
Wow, that sure is suspicious, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
It is.
Is your life really that empty?
All right, Jay. Well, I tell you what, I'll just run your plate. I'll figure out who you are that way. All right, and you have yourself a fantastic night.
In the end, experience trumps literally everything else. After trying to convince the veteran of giving him any sort of information or ID, the police officer ended up empty-handed and had to admit defeat. He was simply too inexperienced to compete with a seasoned veteran, and he would not get any information from him, no matter how hard he tried. Still, we do have to commend the police officer for giving it his best shot. No one can say that he didn't at least try to gather some information from the veteran.
Where people should go and where they should live. 40 years. And that gives you a right to tell other people what to do and where to go. And that they shouldn't live here.
The Kevin that we're about to see in this video has nothing better to do with his time than to be very rude to a woman that lives on the same neighborhood as him. He has probably seen her around a few times, and once he decided that he did not like her, this Kevin activated his ultra disrespectful phase. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, this Kevin has a lot of hate to throw around. It is more than enough for everybody. Just see what he calls this woman several times in the video.
Keep going. Say what you gotta say. Get it off your chest. Just cannot mind your own business.
Skank. How's that? Where's everybody going now? All of a sudden nobody's going there anymore, right?
You smell like booze. You smell like alcohol.
You smell
very
like,
badly.
You smell like
dog. I can smell the booze coming off your breath from here.
I smell.
Okay, keep talking.
My dogs are better smell than you. Go back to where we go.
And where's that, Chuck? Where should I go?
Anywhere other than LA.
So you own the city of Los Angeles, and so it's up to you to determine where people should go and where they should live.
40 years.
And that gives you a right to tell other people what to do and where to go. And that they shouldn't live here.
Skank, you're skank. You know what skank is? Look it up. Look it up in the dictionary. Skank.
Yep, that's right. This Kevin has zero shame to say those horrible things just like that, without a care in the world. And in the middle of the day, he will even say it 2, 3, 4, or however many times he considers necessary to get his point across. And if all of that wasn't enough, he also tells this woman to move to any other city that isn't LA, because he has been living in LA for many years, and so he gets to decide who is allowed to live there and who is not.
You don't even know the situation, but now I need to be escorted.
Yes, you do.
Why is that?
Because you're causing a scene.
No, I'm not.
When you go to the supermarket, usually you're greeted by one of the employees, and sometimes they even ask you if you need help with anything, right? Well, as you can see in this video, helping customers is not necessarily every employee's intention, since this lovely middle-aged Kevin right here is not only not being helpful to this client, but he is also actively preventing her from buying items that are available for sale in the supermarket. Now, I don't really understand how that business strategy would work, preventing people from buying products from your store, but at first glance, it seems at least a little weird. When this customer was trying to buy some fishing poles, Kevin here showed up, took the fishing poles away from the customer, and then refused to give her any acceptable explanation as to why she was suddenly not allowed to buy any of them. It looks like this customer will not go fishing anytime soon, so maybe she should just get another hobby.
Those fishing poles because your pricing was wrong. And now you saying I can't get any? Because I'm the customer, sir.
Have a good day.
What coach are you? Are you a coach or are you a manager? Because your sign says coach. Scott, I'm speaking to you as a customer.
Have a good day.
Can I have my fishing pole?
No, you cannot.
Yes, I am. And why can't I purchase a fishing pole? Because I have an attitude? Because the pricing was wrong?
Have a good day.
No, I'm not going to have a good day until you give me back. Okay. Well, So where should they be, Scott? Where should they be? I had pulled these fishing poles, and he's putting it back in the same spot. I had put these fishing poles from where they says 988. Speaking of Scott here, no, I will have a good day.
Let's go ahead.
Now he's taking, he took my fishing poles from me, and he's refusing to give them back.
Let's go
Give it to me.
Come on. Let's go back to the store.
Scott, don't be a. You're not gonna walk me to the front of no store. But what I will do, I will have your job, Scott, and that's what I will have. You must not know who I am, and you don't have to. But please believe. No, I'm not gonna have a good day because you're taking from me right now. We'll wait for security. Okay, thank you. So why did you take the fishing poles? Because you guys put them in the wrong spot, right, Scott? And then when I said something about it, what, you got upset? Because you can't do more than one? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Scott. But we're going to go to corporate. Scott, I sure will. Excuse me, are you a manager? Okay, can I speak to you? Because...
She needs to be escorted out of the building.
Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, I do? You don't even know the situation, but now I need to be escorted.
Yes, you do.
Why is that?
Because you're causing a scene.
No, I'm not. There's no scene. These are employees. So you... Wow. So Miss Team Lead Robin, am I causing the scene?
I'm not in this. We granted you one. You went a little bit too far. That's our...
Why? Because I wanted to purchase 2 fishing poles where I got them from. What's your name, Briley? Yeah, we're definitely. I'm not giving up on this one.
Matt, could you escort her out, please?
I don't understand why I'm being escorted out right now. I went over here. I got 2 fishing poles from the slot that said 988. I went to the checkout. They were ringing up more, so I wanted to come back here to verify how much they were. He said he could grant me one. I said, well, I wanted 2 of them. They both were at the price 9. And then he's like, now I'm not giving you any.
You need to leave the store now.
I will definitely leave the store, Scott. I will definitely. And I'm telling you.
That nothing's going to happen and you need to leave the store.
Yes, it was paid though, ma'am. You rejected the payment. What part of you rejecting the payment don't you recall?
The beach. It sure is one of the most relaxing and peaceful places on the whole planet. Sun shining down on your face, the sound of the waves, people having fun building sandcastles, the feeling of the ocean breeze in your hair, and how could we ever forget the Karens fighting about some petty thing in a very loud manner. In this video, it's never made fully clear why this Karen is going through the trouble of arguing and yelling at this lady. But we do know that it has something to do with a $20 bill that the other woman supposedly didn't want to accept from Karen. And this Karen, knowing full well how silly she is making herself look as she goes on in her angry rant, does not want to be filmed by the guy recording this video. But unfortunately, every effort she makes to force him to stop ends up making her look even worse in the footage. Now, isn't that just deliciously ironic? You bet.
And you said no thank you. So I have done my part. I would like it back. It's as simple as that. Yes, it was paid though, ma'am. You rejected the payment. What part of you rejecting the payment don't you recall? Because I know it wasn't you. No, I just need to have my ID back because I tried to take care of the matter and actually responsibly resolve it. Again, what are you doing?
Taking a video of this. This is absolutely
to
ridiculous.
the FBI after this because I'm irritated that my broccoli is not resolved.
You're pretty rude, and I don't even know what's going on.
I know. So why are you here?
Because of the words.
I might go psychotic pretty soon.
Cool. Keep going.
I think we just need to call this a day.
No, I actually just need to have my stuff back and for you to actually, in some great fantasy world of mine, apologize for your employees. Your employees disrespecting me to my face. Do you see how disrespectful that is? I made an effort to pay for that. I had 3 people offering to pay for that because I've been here for so long, and I took his. And I discontinued the other offers because he offered. And then suddenly that offer is not good enough for you? That's not true. Oh, really? Oh, now she's over and just psychic on top of it. And this man who thinks he's like Mother Teresa for everywhere, who won a pretentious breakfast, now he's here. Yeah, so I would still like to have my actual ID back now, because your behavior is the unprofessional one, not mine. Do you see how that works? You're the unprofessional one, not me, because I offered that money to you. And you don't have an answer except to smile and think it's no big deal to turn down money. Well, you offered to pay with PayPal. No, I gave you a $20 bill from my friend. And that $20 bill was not good enough. And again, nothing else. Don't you have some fish to catch? Because I still don't understand what the hell you're doing here. Once this goes viral on YouTube.
Yeah. Why don't you just wait here?
Yeah, I'd like my ID now. I want my ID. Oh, thank God you're here. Thank God you're here. Fish market, guys, saves the world and from some random person. Some rando person who goes nuts at a fish establishment. If they thought he was here. I just want you to know, I took a picture of your ID and I gave it out to Ranger. Put it on the wall with more. You will, along with this video. I know, you should. You really should. And I just
any paint? Do you see any paint? Did you see any paint? Did you see any paint? Did you see any paint? Because you just said I painted on the wall.
One of the parties involved in this argument is one that's supposed to right every wrong, to help the ones in need, and overall be a symbol of justice and righteousness in this wicked world. The other party is a pair of police officers. This Karen, as we can see in the video, is not very much excited about the fact that these 2 police officers are asking her questions and requesting her to show her bag. The very worst thing about this situation is that these 2 cops were actually suspicious of Karen. How is that even possible? How could you ever doubt the integrity and virtue of a selfless and loving Karen? What should have happened here instead is that, as soon as they noticed that the person they were dealing with was a Karen, they should have said, "We're sorry, ma'am. You could have never done anything wrong. Have a great day and thank you for your Karen service." But obviously, that was simply too much to ask from these 2 officers.
Look at my bag. You guys are just sitting here saying
Can you move it around for us?
Do you see any paint?
All covered up
Do you see any paint? Do you see any paint? You guys just said I was painting on a wall, and I haven't been painting on anything. I just said I'm leaving. I'm making a TikTok.
So when I asked her that,
and I said, no, I didn't. You said no, you didn't. No, there is a reason to get upset because you guys are saying I painted on that. There's no paint. I haven't been painting on anything.
Okay. Do you mind just moving the stuff around your bag so we can see?
Tag, look at it. I don't have any paint. I have to lie for it. I just said I haven't been painting on anything.
You're giving me permission to look?
Yeah. Do you see any paint? You guys just said I was painting on the wall. Do you see any paint? No, you guys are. Do you see any paint?
You cannot come back.
Do you see any paint? Did you see any paint? Did you see any paint? Did you see any paint? Because you just said I painted on the wall. Did you see any paint? Did you see any paint?
Ivani?
Did you see any paint?
Ivani?
Did you see any paint?
You want your
so
copy?
There's no apology? There's no apology. I was
Apologize
you guys
for what? We're asking.
You guys just accused me of painting on the wall. You just yes you did. Yes, you did, and I have it on camera. You just accused me of painting on the wall. You just accused me of painting on the wall.
If you come back here for
I don't.
Thanks for making it to the end of the video, guys. Leave a comment down below how you would react to these crazy Karens in real life. And of course, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.